school yesterday. I was like, oh, my dad is sick. And then I came to school on Friday. And
tell
then
them.
on Monday was like, oh, so how is your dad? Oh, he has died. They grieve from my phone, so they don't steal three phone from me now. I still they grieve. I still they grieve. Everywhere tears.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lawal, and today I have a beautiful friend here, Ameerah Omotoyosi.
She calls me Omotoyosi, but I mostly go by Ameerah.
Anyhow, okay, so today we have I think this is like my first sit down video, like a proper sit down video. The first one I did was like one live update, so this is like the second one. And so today we're talking about a very important, interesting, and I'll say personal topic.
Very personal.
Very personal. Okay, so we'll be talking about our experiences about or on grief.
Yes,
Is it
experiences
grief?
with grief or
Is it F or V? That V
grief
or
is
F?
the noun. Grieve, VE is the verb.
Oh, okay, but you can use anywhere, right?
It depends on what you're saying. If you're saying like you're using it in a verb context, like
Okay.
I was grieving, that's the V one,
okay.
that's verb. But like if you're talking about it in general,
Okay.
now grief.
Okay.
So they're like we're
So,
talking
yeah.
about experiences with grief.
All right. So yeah, we'll be asking each other questions. Not like anything serious or anything so serious. I said that already. So yeah, let's just get straight to the video. I would like to know, how do you explain your own definition of grief?
Okay, so I love reading books, romance novels to be specific.
Okay.
And there was a particular book I read where they were discussing grief, and there was a particular quote, let me say quote, that stood out to me. It was something along the lines of, grief was the last way you had to let your loved ones that are departed, to like let them know how much impact they had on your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that like
Okay.
I would describe it as that.
Me, I'm really not going to go deep like that. Just really just like a normal
Yes.
way of your reaction basically to like losing anything, or might not even be a person, anything or anyone that was so dear to you or that is so dear to you. I feel everybody cannot grieve the same way. We all have our way of, your way of taking things back is definitely different from mine. So how will you describe your own way of, or how you grieved someone that you lost or something?
Okay, so I've lost two people that have like been very dear to me. So I lost my dad when I was 11, and I lost my grandma when I was, I can't remember what I was, but it was in 2019.
Okay.
So I was 18. So I think I grieved them both in different ways, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I was a lot younger when my dad died. My dad died, I was in GS3 when he died. And then he died Friday, and then I had to start GS3 mock on Monday.
Why do I feel like this is like similar to mine? Because I think I was like 13 years old. I just heard about the death, whatever thing, on like Saturday, so I had to go home that same. And I was in a boarding school, so I didn't get to spend much time like at home and all of that. So I just came home for the prayer on Saturday. I came back home I went back to school on Sunday. I started exam on Monday, so that was really crazy.
I can remember the principal was like, "Oh, do I want to like pend my exam? Like, maybe I'll do it." I was just like, "What is shell?
Exactly. So I feel
like I read, and the thing is, I cannot remember that particular time. But one of my friends said this recently, that they could remember that when it's time to write exams, I'm fine, I'll write my exam. But then the breaks during exams, like I would actually just go to the chemistry lab and cry. So I'll cry my eyes out, and then I'll finish. So yeah, it's time for exam. Yeah, let's go and write the exam. So I feel like I was able to like kind of turn off and turn on at the same time, when it was comfortable for me to display my emotions. Like if I was somewhere where like I was not comfortable, like I could hold it. But like if I was somewhere like that I felt safe enough, or like maybe if I was alone, everywhere tears. Everywhere tears. But then in my grandma's case, like it was like, okay, fine, like she was old, but she was not like as old as I would have loved her to be. So it's just like, okay, she was old, she was sick. So I think I cried just the first day, but like throughout, for like a lot at least months after she died, like I was still sad and everything, but like I don't think I ever had a moment where like I broke down into tears again after like that particular first day. So I'd say like they were different.
So I feel
like,
mine
and I sorry,
okay.
and I think it was mainly because my dad's one was unexpected. Like, you know, you general thinking, you know, you expect that when you grow up, like you grow up, your parents still have your parents, you become grandparents.
For you, actually picture
so,
that whole life.
So so I think it was like the fact that it was like unexpected, like out of nowhere. The shock was compared to like at least my grandma, she was sick for a while, and then you kind of, even though you are praying not for it not to happen, but like if someone that old is sick, like in that particular way, you kind of expect only evolve.
Exactly. So mine, okay, I already said I was in a boarding school when my dad died. So I get to like spend that period alone. I wasn't with any family member or anything. I was just with my friends, classmates, and all of that. So I I did I went through my whole emotion alone. If I need to cry, cry. If I want to be alone, be alone. Lots of my friends are okay, yeah, I have to like shut everybody up. Like I wasn't even like I didn't care. You know, there are some ways that they would be like, okay, they are feeling some type of way, don't let it affect people around you. I didn't care that at that point. Like, what do I know? I don't know anything about emotions. And so if anything I feel like, okay, yeah, I want to do, I'll do it. Like if I don't feel like talking to you for a week, I promise you I won't talk to you for that whole week. So that was how my dad's on one. And it wasn't as if I won't say, yeah, it was really, really crazy too, because like no one will ever like picture that. I wasn't even imagining that. Like when I was still small, I was still imagining that the whole
like
having your parents who
that
grow old together.
They'll be there for like 90% of your life.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So like when that one happened, I was like, oh, so like this is how it feels like.
This is the
then
end.
I wasn't really feeling like, you know, when okay, and immediately my mom also took up that role of making sure every part that it was like feeling she was like making sure she did everything like, and she did it so well that okay, I won't say I was lacking anything or I needed this, I couldn't get it.
I feel like she stepped into like she wore both shoes well, like both mother and father, like she combined
exactly
it. And like most of the time, like when I feel his absence, it's just like him as a person, not in the way of, oh, if he was here, like my life would be better.
Then I feel when I was still in school, then like definitely boarding school, there was no phone, there was nothing else you guys would do after school. You be in the hostel, gist and all of that. And most gist always surrounded about families. People will get to talk about, oh yeah, my dad this, my dad that, and most that I feel that was the reason why I was always like spending time alone, because I really don't like hearing stuff like that. Like I don't know. I won't say they shouldn't talk about their dad. Definitely feel free to do that. But like at that point, it was really getting to me. So fast forward to like a lot of years, but yeah, like 8 or 9 years. Last year, that my mom also that like that one was like, I was like, oh okay, that's it. Like story and the end. You know when they're watching a movie and they just like bring like I was like, okay, so like what else can happen? Like
what else?
It was
worst
just
that happened.
For real, like I was just like lots of months that I couldn't even process my emotions. Like I was just there, more like you're just waking up every day and like, oh, what's going to happen again today? Okay, yeah, another day, another like
nothing as groundbreaking can happen again. Like the worst has happened.
Because when that one happened, it wasn't even as if I was over my dad's one. Like then, but if I remember my dad anytime, I'll break down, cry, do everything, and this again. Like it was really crazy, Sha. Okay, so how much do you think the loss of your loved one, your dad and your grandmother, affected you, and in what part?
I would say the loss of my dad. Like the thing is, he was a very family. Would I say family oriented man?
Okay.
The thing is, you could tell. You know, there are some. Let me say fathers. There are some fathers that their own job is just to like, I guess maybe just provide, like like pay school fees, make sure the house rent is paid, like that. But he was also involved like in our lives. But like he was the one that used to like dress us in the morning. He would go and drop us in school. He would come to pick us up. Like he'll come early. Sometimes I can remember when I first resumed secondary school. You know, you have to get books and everything. So I went inside the class, and then he I think he came around break time with like the books and everything. So I was just shouting in school, my daddy. Everybody was laughing. So it was like we're very close. And then for you not to have that again is very tough, because I can just randomly sit down and be like, oh, And again, I've lost him for close to a decade now. And then you imagine, okay, what would our relationship be like now if you were still here? Like, what would have changed? What would have remained the same? How would we, like, at least now that I'm more of an adult, how would we, like, relate to each other? But like, I can never know. I don't have that again. So
exactly,
there's that part. And then my grandma is just, it's mostly like, I just remember her with like funny memories, like the things she would do, like how she would react. I just wonder, okay, if my grandma was here, like how would she react to something? Like maybe sometimes when I go back to her house, she'll say I must sleep by 10 p.m. And most of the time, that's when whatever I want to watch on TV, that's when it's just coming. She will not come, Ameerah, why last comes out with that
I can actually imagine that.
Yeah, so like I just miss her. I miss her in like in that capacity. Yes.
Okay, so I think mine, watching my mom like dying, like my front, like more like in my hands, like you get really like affected me like so much that for like lots of months, it's still like lots of months right now, like I really don't feel anything. Like I don't feel any affection or any sympathy for like anybody. You get like, because
you probably feel like, okay, so what would be the end point?
Exactly. Do you get? So like that part, that emotional part was like really, really crazy for me. And I won't say it's like something that, okay, I'll say I'm over it. It's not possible. You can never get over like,
it's lifelong.
Exactly. Lifelong. So I feel that's like the what's it called? That part, that emotional part was really crazy for me. There are lots of stages of grief, and we also have like lots of experiences. To me, I feel you can't like always feel good every day, and definitely there are days that you wake up really bright, good, happy, and all that. And there are days that I wake up and I just don't feel like doing anything. I just want to cry. I just want to stay in bed. And there are also like moments of you not, you can't even process the whole thing. You don't even know what's going on in your life. So there are times like that. So I think that was this time that I started talking to a therapist or a counselor, because I thought probably that would help. And I don't know, I did that for like a month or two, and I started ignoring the message itself. Like it got that bad. Like I'll see a message, you send me a message, hi, how you feel there? Please, because I don't know, I don't want to talk to anybody, and I don't feel like you should like be different. Your phone should be like, okay, yeah, I can still talk to you. Nobody, you get. So then I started talking more to my brothers. Me and my brothers are not so close. No, me and my middle brother are really close. Then me and my second brother. But like, my first brother is like the least, like I wasn't close to him at all. So recently I started like, maybe I can just like pick up my phone, or if I feel some type of way, I'll just pick up my phone, text him, and be like, okay, yeah, this is what's going on. This is, you get, something I don't do normally. So I feel talking to my siblings too was, I mean, it's really helping too.
Yes, because you have to see.
Yeah, when the whole thing was still like really, really fresh, I might just leave hostel and just go to a place that, yeah, I'll be the one where I'll cry, shout, like I know nobody will stop me, that, or nobody will tell you, I'm no sorry.
It's to be as if you are seeking. You feel as if you are seeking, and you feel like to them you
just want the attention and all of that.
Which is like the exact opposite of what you want.
And sometimes when they are telling you, I'm sorry cannot help anything. Or they tell you, nobody will actually, you're frowning, or your face is somehow, are you fine? Nobody want, like, I really love being alone. Like, I love being alone. If you want to know when I'm happy, like, my happiest moment is like when I'm alone, when there is nobody literally around.
The stage I'm at with both of them is, I would say I'm at acceptance, because like I'm okay. I've had enough time to sit with with my emotions and everything, and like I feel like I've gotten to the stage of acceptance. With my grandma, it was actually very easy to get to that stage, because it was like in the back of your mind, you kind of expect it.
Okay.
Because she was sick. I can't remember how long she was sick for, but like she was in the hospital for like
months.
No, not months, but like she was in a coma, and then it was nothing.
Wow.
Nothing, no improvements, nothing. So you're just like expecting. And something that was happening that time was every time I saw maybe a call from a family member, my heart was
You
just
had
like,
to
hey,
go
hey,
to
hey, God, hey, God,
yes.
hey, God. So
Now, but I even don't like taking people's call, because when my mom don't happen, she had an accident, then I got a call. I could think about 100 billion things in my head that what's going on. Because the way it sounded over the phone. I said, if anybody called me, I'm always having that old stuff that, wait, what's going on? Like, why is this person calling me? And I feel there's something about stages of grief too. Like, you can't say you're over one particular stage. You get, it might feel like you're already in the acceptance and all of
it
that.
feels like an iterative process. Like
Yeah.
you can go to this one and be there for like months, and then you
You
slide
still
back to
go
like
back
maybe
to
another the denial stage or
yes.
whatever. But I feel like with my grandma, I think with my grandma, the thing is, I was there. I was at the hospital the day that she died. So it was like, okay, I've seen it, but it's not like I was there. Like I was there. So I think I did not have that whole denial stage.
Yeah.
As opposed to maybe like if maybe I was still in school and
No,
maybe
and
they
just
called me, I was
you.
like, oh, okay, maybe it's a prank. Okay, maybe they're just trying to pull my legs. But it
Yeah.
happened in front of me. So I think I got over the denial stage quickly. And again, she was old, so I think it was easy for me to accept. Like, okay, so fine. Like I cherish the moments we spent together, but I think it was easy to accept. But for my dad's own, it was very hard because you just be like, ah, how old was he? Like, oh, okay, carrying on me.
Yeah.
Like he was still young. He was still okay. Like and then his own was very, very swift. Like he was somebody that did not used to get sick. Like he I cannot remember him being sick in like my life. Then just all of a sudden Wednesday night, he dropped us at home. He took us. He picked us up from school. Dropped us at home. He went back out. Mommy said she was still message him to buy golden milk for my brother. He replied everything. Only for she said she even like slept that normal. When he get to. Then I think she said the family doctor called her and was like, "Oh, is my uncle around? Can you go? Can you go?" She said when he was mentioned that she did not even think you will never even think about it.
Yes,
She said
now.
all that was in her mind was, "Oh, is he my grandmother? Can you call that? You should tell her. You should tell her." Then and the thing is, my mom is she's a very emotional. She's a very strong person emotionally. So she was like, she just told the doctor that anything, that no problem, that she should come herself.
Yeah.
So she now went only to get there, and it was her own husband, God, that was having situation. So apparently he just slumped, like slumped, and then he was unresponsive, like he was comatose all through Thursday. And then Thursday I did not go to school because there was no, it was like early in the morning when mama had to go to the hospital. So it was very rush. There was no plans in motion. So we did not go to school. But then Friday we went to school. I think my auntie took us to school on Friday, and then he died Friday evening. So it was very, let me not say funny, but it was amusing when, let me say, okay, on Thursday I went to school. My class teacher was like, "Why did you not come to school yesterday?" I was like, "Oh, my dad is sick." And then I came to school on Friday, and then on Monday was like, "Oh, so how is your dad? Oh, he has died."
There's this point that if I'm watching a movie and I'm seeing all these old parental whatever,
it's just very sad. It's just very sad that like he will never see my children. He will never be at my wedding.
I
stuff
get
like
you.
that.
But it's good. We good.
Okay, so we got a question, and it was like, in the case of friends of someone who just lost a loved one,
Okay.
like how do they approach reaching out to the person that just lost someone? How would you say they should approach the person?
I feel you have to know the kind of person he or she is. If she's this type of person that, okay, maybe at that point you feel she won't want to like maybe be heard and sorry, hello, that, then you don't have to give her that vibe.
I would say it actually depends on the person.
Yeah.
It actually depends on the person.
Then I feel everybody, you still need people around you regardless, and you don't have to care how, okay, I won't say you don't have to care, but like you don't have to like think about how she's going to like see this. If you feel you are doing it from your own pure heart, yeah, you just want to reach out to her once in a while and be like, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" or call her and all of that. That doesn't mean she'll see it as no.
The thing is, if you are let me say, number one, it depends on the person. Depends on the some people would want to like be surrounded by love, and some people would be the opposite.
Yeah.
So I think if you think about your friend and you're like, okay, this person, this is how she would be feeling at this moment, I feel like you can gauge your response.
Yeah.
And in my own case, I would say if I heard that, or maybe somebody lost a loved one, even if it's just a simple text message that, oh, I heard about this kiniko kiniko, I hope you are doing well, kiniko kiniko, thinking about you, keeping you in my prayers. I feel like that's a very short and to the point message. Because the thing is, if you say, okay, let me ignore, not ignore, but if you're like, okay, I don't know what to say, even saying something as minute as, I don't know how you are feeling, but I'm here for you, is that person knows they are not alone. Even if in the moment they feel like they are, if they think about it later, like if they feel maybe down the line and they are starting to feel alone, maybe left out, you can you remember that, oh, somebody, this person said this, and you can reach out to the person. You get. So I think that is also
I just have to, if you're really a good friend and all of that, you just have to be there for the person. Like,
yes, and being there for the person, I would say it means knowing what the person wants in that being there for the person might mean leaving the person alone if the person wants to be left alone. Being there for them can also mean cuddling them, just giving them words of affirmation, words that you are here, you are not alone. Being there can also mean just sitting down in the same without speaking to each other. That's also, so it depends. It just, I feel like it depends. It is not a one size fits all kind of solution. It just depends on the person.
Mine, there's actually a positive side of it, because when I lost my mom, I was like always wanting to like do things to make me,
to get your mind off
the whole emotion and all of that. So I get to like do more work. And I just think about, oh, what if I do this video? What if I, like, I was really, really motivated there. So it was that, I feel that's like the positive side of it. And the negative side is like just not knowing the type of emotion you wake up with. I might go to bed without knowing, okay, maybe tomorrow I'll be like, so I think that's like the negative part. So what about you? Do you have any
I can't think of a positive effect, right? Like, I cannot think of a positive effect right now. But I would say a negative for me in the case of losing my dad is for my mom. Because I would think, oh, okay, like, it will get to a point I will leave the house, like all of us will leave the house, like, so what will now, like, I wish she still had that like companionship, like at least for her. Because fine, me, I'll move on, like, not like move on, but like at least I'll go on to start like my own family. My sister would too, my brother would too. Fine, like in our culture, like the parents can still like move in with the child. But in the case of my grandma, now my grandma used to live with my uncle, and then everybody will go to work, children will go to school. You're the only one remaining at home. So it's like, at least before my grandpa died, at least they were together. The two of them will be at home together. They can like talk. They can, at least knowing that you still have somebody with you, you're at home together. So I feel like whenever I think about it deeply, like, I get sad for my mom in that aspect, that like she does not have that anymore. So I think that's
it.
That's it.
Okay, and this one, I'll spend time on my phone now typing on Google, how do you grieve? I don't know if that's stupid or not, but like I actually did it. Like, how do you grieve? Like, what do you do when? And like, I wasn't seeing anything.
Sometimes you feel, maybe you feel like you are not reacting in a normal way.
So like, I feel there is no way to like that. You can feel whatever way you want to feel. Everyone feel free to like feel how you want to feel. You get, like, there is nobody that'll tell you, this is how you should do it. And I saw this thing in some homes, like mainly in Nigeria homes, like they feel like you don't have the right to emotion. I don't know if they don't believe in emotion and all of that, but
It's more like in it's more of a culture thing. Like, you are not like you are not expected to show, but like you are not encouraged to show emotion.
Which is somehow.
So you feel like maybe when you are sad, it's be like Akilo share. Why are you acting this way? Yeah, cheer up, as if it's just that easy.
Exactly. So nobody will tell you how to grieve. Whatever way you want to feel, just make sure you're not like leaning towards the negative side. Because I feel like some people, when they are in that state, they tend to like do the bad part of like bad things. Like they're probably like maybe leaning towards like smoking and
They start
drinking
and
all of that, and just
more negative.
So you can try and put all of that in the positive side of it. Like, think of something you can do to make it worth it for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, like channel your pain into something positive.
Yeah, exactly. This one, yeah, I don't know if it's like every other, it happens to every other person too. Sometimes when you grieve too much, you tend to like be depressed or even start having like maybe suicidal thoughts and all of that.
Yeah.
But I feel times when I'm on like a story building and all of that, I really just feel like maybe let me just drop and see what's going to happen. Or I might be in the kitchen and be like, oh, yeah, maybe let me just cut myself a little bit and see how's going to happen. Then before now, I really don't understand the concept of someone that was a really, really happy person to transition to like a depressed person. Like I didn't understand that. But like when I found myself, like I was like, so this is how this thing feels like. Like I still don't want to believe that I'm depressed or I don't know. So yeah, that's just it, Sha. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate this time, your time, and this whole what's it called?
It was fun.
Thank
It
you
was fun
so
hanging
much.
out with you.
Stop
I
it.
enjoyed myself.
Yeah, so guys, we're signing out now. Please
So,
like, comment, tell them to like,
comment, subscribe to her channel, turn on post notifications so you always get notified whenever she drops a new video.
Thank you so much, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.